Wish everyone a happy Tongan Independence Day. It's breadfruit all round. I feel that this generation is a little over-entertained and over-entitled, self-indulgent, and up their own thing. For instance, you can go on the interweb anytime you like and call up a viral video of a hamster being shot out of a bazooka into someone's jewels. Exactly. And enjoy it innumerable times, and then text your D-bag tattooed friends and tell them how funny it was. We enjoyed no such luxuries. When I was younger, we had Evil Knievel as our entertainment. Thank you. That's right, a redneck with a perm and an Elvis jumpsuit is how... He had no knowledge of aeronautics, no knowledge of aviation, no knowledge of physics or science, and yet he thought he could fly. Evil Knievel's act was he would get on a motorcycle, right? And it wasn't even a particularly, special. I think he made it in his little redneck garage in Idaho or something. He would get up, fly over a ramp, go over 50 buses, and then die. That was how it ended. His head would flip off, his teeth would shoot out like chiclets, his liver would flop on the ground. Then they'd sew him back up, and 6 months later, he'd march out and do it again. It was awesome. I'd like to see David Blaine do that, okay? Frankly, he was the Wile E. Coyote of daredevils, is what he was. He had unlimited, unwarranted faith in his ability to fly over stuff, and it never, ever worked. Although you may remember, Wile E. Coyote used technology. He would buy things from Acme Corporation. He had charts and graphs. He was scientific. He figured out how stuff was going to work. Evil had stars on his helmet. That's how he was. I'm gonna fly because they're drawing me toward heaven and whatnot. Every Sunday afternoon, he was on the wide world of sports, which I think some of the older people will remember the wide world of sports. No legitimate sport ever on the wide world of sports. Never baseball, never football, never basketball. It was dwarf chasing from Wales. Snake tossing from Iceland, And no hipness, no hip sportscasters in those days. Now everything's on ESPN. It's always these slick-back Harvard white guys. Looks like chicken, tastes like chicken. Booyah! Kobe's all up in it with his skills. We didn't have that. We had Jewish guys in a yellow blazer with a toupee misshapen on their head. So his magnum opus, his pièce de résistance, Evil Knievel's Brandenburg Concerto, was the Snake River Canyon. You see, he was going to take his motorcycle and jump over a geographical chasm 1.5 miles wide, okay, in a rocket sled that he had built that looked identical to Wile E. Coyote's rocket sled. In fact, it looked like the thing you put a quarter in front of the supermarket that goes up and down with the little squared-off nose and whatnot. So
we're standing here at the lip of the Snake River Canyon where intrepid daredevil Evil Knievel is going to tempt fate and try the impossible by taking his futuristic rocket sled across this 1.5-mile geographical chasm. The inbred people of the area have gathered at the lip of the canyon to see this magnificent daredevil work his enemy.
Evil comes out, Elvis jumpsuit on, puts the helmet over the perm, gets in the little rocket sled, right? Rocket sled went boom, straight down. It did not go up in any way. There was no lift. There was no motion upward. Kepler's laws of motion were so strenuously enforced that day. Sir Isaac Newton achieved an erection in the afterworld. At the evocative demonstration of gravity. You've heard the expression, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Well, the action was the mighty 12-horsepower mini-bike engine that he had inside the rocket sled. The reaction was the weight of the rocket sled drawing it immediately toward the center of the Earth. And Evil didn't even get hurt. Not even hurt in that one. Usually he broke his spine. That one he leapt from the wreckage, manfully brushing rocket off him as he strode. And even more insane at the end, we're going to go to Mars next. I'm going to jump the canals with a pogo stick I got inside me, powered by orangutans. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Please, take a seat.
I will.
How very nice to see you.
Oh,
in
nice to
such
see you.
great form. You're looking great. You're sounding great. You've got a new suit. You've got a hanky there. Are these new glasses too?
Well, yes, Craig. Thank you for asking.
Well, I saw you about, what, a month ago in Chicago?
Yeah.
Right. And I remember I saw you twice because we had lunch during the day. But at night I went to see your show, and then I saw you afterwards, and you and Randy, the guy who opens for me,
right.
You started smoking herbal cigarettes together, so I left.
I have a terrible condition that requires that I do that. The thing is, I'm not hungry enough, and if I want to eat a dozen or more donuts at night, that's what I do.
Well, I noticed that after you and Randy had your herbal cigarettes, donuts became the major thing on the agenda.
Very, very exciting. Yeah.
Do you know what? I was listening to you when you were talking about the Acme Corporation. Like a couple of weeks ago, in my car, my son was in the back, right, and he's watching Roadrunner cartoons with the headphones on and the little DVD player. And I heard him say this, like, I can't hear the show, and I heard him saying, "An anvil? Painting the tunnel on the hill? And, oh yeah, this one's gonna work." I was like, it's not going to work. He's like, yeah, this one's going to work.
Yeah, this one's going to work.
Yeah. Now, did you enjoy your time in Chicago? Where were you there?
I was at Zany's in Chicago, and I love Chicago because no matter what time of year it is, there's always a brisk, horrible hail falling down.
Yeah, it's cold over there.
Little horrible projectiles of ice going directly into your eyes, making my jewels seek refuge in an internal organ they have no business being in.
No. Now, when we had lunch there in the lovely city of Chicago, it was quite a nice day.
I love Chicago.
You were talking about how much you admired Hillary Clinton and what a great fan, how she was going to be the next president of the United States. How is that working?
You'd have to admit, Craig, that this has been...
I don't have to admit anything, by the way, not legally.
No.
Right.
And your testimony won't be held against you in a court of CBS late-night law.
Right, okay.
This has been an historical election. We've had a woman and a black man running against the captain of the Mayflower.
Now stop it. Now stop it.
I think the reason that people fear Hillary so much is that her female member is so enormous. It's much bigger than Barack's and John McCain's combined. It's like a scorpion's tail. It's just a giant, and it's full of venom. It'll kill you. That's why people are scared of, whoosh, ah, you know. That's why McCain's face is so puffy on one side. They went on to Afghanistan and she, wah.
What else did you do when you were in Chicago then?
You're the one who opened the Hillary door.
That's good. Greg Proops, everybody. We'll be right back.